Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm David Dickey.
And I'm Bentley Leonard. So we're just coming off Thanksgiving break. How was yours?
Mine was good. I just hung out with the family. Didn't do much. Ate a lot of turkey. Watched football. How was yours?
It was good. Drove home to St. Louis and just kind of hung out. Ate a lot of turkey, a lot of food.
That's good.
Watched TV. Didn't do much. But actually on my way back there was so much traffic. It's only a 4-hour drive and took 5.5 hours.
Oh my God.
I was bumming.
Yeah, luckily I only have a 45-minute drive for me. So.
Where are you from?
Kansas City, Overland Park, not too far from here. So 1 2-hour drive.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, and then this is our last full week of school, and then we have stop week next week, and
it's
then
crazy
finals.
to think that.
I know. And also coming up this week, we have KU men's basketball on Friday against Florida. It'll be December 5th at 8 p.m. at Allen Fieldhouse.
Looking forward to that game. Played Florida last year. Hopefully we can get revenge. We lost them last year, but like I said, that game was in Florida. This game is in Allen Fieldhouse.
Yeah, and you could definitely, first half, I think they were down almost by 20 points, and you could feel the home field advantage at Florida. It was pretty crazy, and they had all their players on point, and that's when we had Wiggins last year, and he had 26 points by the end of that game, but none of our other players were in double digits for scoring, and we just couldn't really get there. And unfortunately, we ended up losing by 6, but this year, I feel
we got it this year. We got it this year. It's two different teams from last year's teams, but I think this year we're better, and Florida's not.
Well, and we're 5-1, and they're 3-3, and we're coming off of Orlando.
Big win,
tournament.
Win,
so and we played Michigan State, and they're a pretty good team, and so I think we'll be able to hold out. And with Ellis being on his game, and he is averaging 15 points a game, I think we'll be able to hold out. And with Wayne Selden in there, and even though
Cliff Alexander,
and with their top 3 players, I believe are Frazier, Horford, and Hill. And although their biggest player is 6'10", I believe, I think our defense, if we're tight and everyone works together, I think we'll be able to hold them out.
Good team defense, make sure we focus on the team, not just one player.
Right.
So
hoping for a win for that one going into a weekend. And then also this week, Kansas Black Student Union has been raising awareness since the Ferguson protest, and it started Monday with a candlelight walk, and they started at the Union and went down to Bird Union, and they just walked peacefully, just try to raise awareness. And then Tuesday they had a protest on Wesco where they had signs, and they just wanted to get the word out to other Kansas students and faculty, just what's going on, how they feel about it, and everything. And then also today, I don't know if you've seen, but everywhere on social media they've been having hashtag Kansas Blackout. So they're just trying to raise awareness on all different social media with articles and pictures and their thoughts and opinions on what's going on with Ferguson and the Michael Brown incident and all that.
I think that's a good idea. I think there's a lot of different opinions on this, and I think everybody needs to be discussed, because I think the system is corrupt a little bit, and I think there is some things that are a little fishy about the whole case. So I think there's going to be a lot of opinions on it, and so I support everybody who's coming out and talking about it. So
everyone has their right to voice what they want to say, but I also think it's important for everyone, no matter where you are in St. Louis, in Ferguson, in Lawrence, to remember that you have a right to voice what you want to say, but there is a limit to
your actions,
violence and what you say. You don't want to say things that, like I know right now, Michael Brown's stepfather is under investigation for things that he might have said and whatnot. So there are all limitations and everything.
I guess within boundaries you can voice your opinion, just don't take it too
far.
But
everything, needs to be said, and of course Kansas Black Student Union, they need to get their voices out and have their opinions be told and everything. And for more information, David will be here with Josh Robinson in the studio from KU's Black Student Union, and they will explain KU's response to Michael Brown and the case. Stay with us.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas. A great place to be you.
Welcome back. With us now is Josh Robinson, a junior studying journalism and the president of KU's Black Student Union. Josh is also a host of Good Morning KU. Thanks for joining, Josh.
No problem. My pleasure. My pleasure.
So there was a protest on Wesco Beach yesterday. Can you tell us a little bit what that was about?
Yes, yesterday, the Black Student Union and also the KU community and the Lawrence community, we were out on Wesco. We were standing in front of those stairs on Wesco. And basically, we were there just to protest. We were there just to make our voices heard. We were there to peacefully protest and appropriately protest, but also make a statement that we believe the situation in Ferguson is not right, and we do not believe with the decision that was made by the jury. So yeah, that was us. And basically, it was really to spark discussion here on the campus. Attending a predominantly white institution, these topics are not talked about a lot. So this was our opportunity to bring discussion out and for people to know about what's going on.
Okay. Well, how did students walking by react to the protest? What was their main reaction to it?
Overall, it was a great reaction. We had students who did not know about the week because we're having Kansas Blackout Week all this week, who didn't even know about the event yesterday, who just walked past and just stood with us. We had students who were a little bit confused, who didn't understand why we were doing it. But overall, we received a great reception from the community, and that was the best thing.
And so what are your thoughts on KU's Blackout Week? What do you think that's...
You know, I believe the week is going very well. Our reception has been amazing. Not only have we gotten help from the KU community, but also the Lawrence community, and that's the best thing. This week, I mean, it's really about impacting the community. You know, what happened in Ferguson, that wasn't what we wanted to happen, but it gave us a chance to bring the discussion to the forefront. You know, this is not ideally what we want to be doing, but you know what, it happened, and now it's our chance to stand up for it and be able to make a difference for the future generation.
And has there been any controversial discussions regarding the Michael Brown case, or do you think students are just like shying away from that subject?
I think with situations like this, there's always going to be some kind of controversy, but overall, say the reception has been awesome, but we have received some controversy, like on Twitter, people who don't understand why we're doing what we're doing, people who just don't really care, and we've gotten some, I'll say, inappropriate remarks, but overall, it's been a good reception. And my thing is, you really can't, you know, it's their opinion, and we have our opinion too, and that's in our First Amendment, so it's okay.
And lastly, how can students get involved with these week's activities?
Well, students can get involved by going to our events. So tomorrow night, we're having an open forum discussion in the ballroom in the Kansas Union. And also on Friday, the major universities like Emporia, Wichita State, K-State, and KU will be in our state capital in Topeka at Washburn University having a visual. So you guys can attend those events, but also just, I think, get involved with your community and speak up about what's going on. I think people think, you know, you have to know somebody to get involved. Honestly, just one person can make a difference.
All right, well, that's all the time we have, and thanks for joining us, Josh.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
When we come back, we'll have Gabe and Sky with the news.
Hi, I'm Gabe Lugo.
And I'm Sky Conley. This is your Good Evening KU News Update. Ferguson police are questioning if Michael Brown's stepfather, Lewis Head, intended to provoke rioting after the news of the grand jury's decision last week. No charges have been filed against Head yet, but the police plan to question him about his actions. Daytime protests in Ferguson continue, while nighttime demonstrations have declined.
5 players of the St. Louis Rams walked onto the field with their arms raised, demonstrating the hands up, don't shoot gesture representing Michael Brown of Ferguson, Missouri. The St. Louis Police Association was disappointed with the message sent by the 5 players before playing against the Oakland Raiders on Sunday. The NFL respects the views of the individuals and will not be disciplining the players.
Speaking of football, Chiefs player Travis Kelce shopped with a group of Kansas City children as a part of Giving Tuesday. A JCPenney store in Independence, Missouri hosted the event, where 100 children received $100 to buy anything they wanted. Kelce was filling in for Chiefs player Eric Berry, who is currently undergoing tests for possible lymphoma.
President Obama is expected to nominate former Pentagon official Ashton Carter as the new Secretary of Defense. Carter is said to be at the top of the White House shortlist to replace Chuck Hagel. The appointment of Carter will require approval from the Senate. Carter previously served as an Assistant Secretary of Defense under former U.S. President Bill Clinton.
Campus student group Breathe Easy KU plans to make KU a non-tobacco environment by the fall of 2015. KU has already banned the use of e-cigarettes earlier this year. However, the policy won't go into effect until spring of next year. The group's goal is to improve KU's campus and encourage respect among students by promoting a healthy environment for all. Breathe Easy KU plans to carry out the ban campus-wide and be heard by as many people as possible. That's our news update for tonight. Please stick around for the weather report.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. This is your Good Evening KU weather update. Today we have Ching on the outside to tell us more about the weather. Hey Ching, how's the weather looking right now?
Hey, it's a little bit windy outside. Right now the temperature is around 45 degrees. Tonight will drop down to 30 degrees.
Oh wow, that's I'll make sure to stay home tonight because it's kind of cold. What about the weather tomorrow?
Tomorrow will be similar to today and a high of 44 degrees and a low of 38 degrees.
Oh, that's not too bad. What about the weather this weekend? Do we have any chance of getting snow or rain?
Luckily, there's no snow coming, but on Friday there's a 100% chance of rain. But on Saturday and Sunday, show no chance of snow, just windy, just cloudy skies.
That's good to hear. Just make sure we bring an umbrella on this Friday. Well, thank you, Ching, for the news for the weather update. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Just make sure to tune in to Good Morning KU tomorrow at 10 a.m. and have a good night.